Where the hell have I been? Where did I go? I don't know. I do know. Hi everyone, Brandy Knight here. And check it out. I discovered that I needed a break from technology. And it was kind of real. It was a real deal. I had a lot of shit going on, and I realized that because I transitioned my business to being primarily online, like so many of us have, over this past chunk of time, that I was zapped from technology. Primarily just doing stuff with a camera on a screen and then that kind of a thing. Now, so I took time, which I recommend anyone does. If you're in a space of just feeling zapped or overwhelmed or burnout, just pause, regroup, learn, do what you need to do, and then show up again, right? That's what we're here. It's these cycles. It's this up leveling. It's this shedding of the call. It's the shedding of the layers. So I shed a bit of a layer over the past few months where I really was and still am dedicated to the work that I do on myself. Deep emotional release work, complete and total dedication to my personal and professional practice of Kundalini Yoga and all the science and technology that comes with it. Mantra technology, mudra technology, the energetics, the alchemy, all of it. And what I found is when I was diving deep into not only just kind of listening to whoa, I'm totally fucking burned out. I need to take a minute and regroup and what's going on. I'm getting clear signs that okay, it's time to kind of listen. And then take action for myself. And I want to make sure that when I show up in a front-facing position, even if it's just doing a YouTube segment, right? Not even holding space for a client or writing a book, just making a YouTube video. That's showing up for me in a front-facing guide leadership position. So I wanted to make sure that I was bringing, kind of the best aspect, or all of me, but I won't even say the best aspects of me, because I love all aspects of me, but I just kind of wanted to make sure that I wasn't just showing up to show up, that I was showing up for some real heart-driven reasons. So I took a fucking break. And here I am again. So in that time, I have contributed to some more books. One is available now in addition to Legacy Speaks, and it's called Uncensored, Untamed, Unleashed. I'm going to do a whole nother video about that. And I also contributed to a book that's going to be launching in January called Lineage Speaks, which is a little bit of a kind of continuation of Legacy Speaks. So that's been so amazing. And I've been taking classes, and I've been taking workshops, and I've been just learning all kinds of stuff. Feels good. So yeah, I just wanted to say hi and hey, and shit's wild, and I needed to regroup, and it's okay. It's okay to regroup. It's okay to take a pause. I think that there can be a lot of pressure for those who are showing up in a front-facing kind of leadership guide position. The pressure of just showing up, just show up, just show up, just show up, just show up. And that might work for some people. And I would love for that to work for me. And sometimes it does. And then sometimes it totally doesn't. And I just feel I'm a little pushing too hard. And then I drain my energy. And then my system's like, hey, bitch. So yeah, I have a commitment to myself to continue to show up in really big and powerful ways that may or may not be beneficial for other people. And if it is, fuck yes, hell yeah. And if it's not, then it's okay. There's plenty of other videos, there's plenty of other guides, there's plenty of other teachers, plenty of other people that are front facing that are like doing other shit that is going to be a match for you. So I have a question. When you feel drained, when you feel zapped, whatever it is, right? For me, it was like this technology piece where there was there was something going on where I was just like, right? So I had to like really strengthen my system a little bit more, find some new tools. Some of those tools were, working with the EMF field and how to protect myself so I'm not getting zapped, and having different tools on board. Like for me, crystals, I love crystals. I have a ton of crystal allies. And so things that are like very kind of grounding, the obsidian, the tourmalines. I'm not a specialist with crystals. I'm just kind of like, I love them, right? They're like, I don't necessarily work with them on a professional level, but I love crystals. So bringing more crystals in, bringing more kind of like earth elements and balancing my own element in myself, and then really diving deep into like this mantra technology, even deeper. And so what that can look like is, I typically do a number of recitations of mantra, meaning I'm saying a mantra over and over and over. And when I sit down to kind of a mantric practice, typically it's a longer mantra, like a Bahora Karam. Bahora Karam is like the first mantra, one of the first mantras I learned. And actually it was the second mantra that I learned. And the one of like it's like, one of my loves. The other one is the Mole mantra. The Mole mantra was actually the very first mantra that I learned and had like spent some real time with. So I'll have like a practice where I'm sitting down and I am, setting a timer for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 11 minutes, 31 minutes, depending on my day, of where I am chanting a mantra for a while, right? To really allow myself to become the sound code frequency that my cells are really like aligned and being infused with that sound code. And the cool thing about mantra technology is you don't necessarily have to, like, if you're fucking busy or you're like driving and you have anxiety or some shit's going down and you're multitasking, what I have done and what I do is I continuously have a mantra going on in my head. And it could be simple like Satnam, 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 Satnam. Satnam, true form. So that's an easy one for me. That's kind of my go-to, Satnam, Satnam, Satnam. If a thought comes up that's Satnam, I place a mantra over the thought form that's bugging me out or kind of like on repeat. It's a habitual thought form that's not really serving me. I'll catch it and I'll just Satnam the shit out of it, okay? The other thing I do is this thing called mantra box. Or if you don't have a mantra box, and you can look up what a mantra box is, there's a bunch out there. You can kind of feel what fits for you if that's a match for you. But I have mantra music, like high vibe, really high quality hertz frequency, heart code frequency mantra playing all the time in my house. And if I go out, I have it in my fucking bag. I have it in my car. I have it all on all the time. And so that's just a little kind of like, so the crystal allies, these grounding kind of like tools, along with the mantra, in addition to everything else that I do. But those are like the two that I wanted to just kind of hop on and be like, hey, check it. I was like pieced out because I was overwhelmed and shit wasn't going so hot because I was feeling kind of drained. And so I upped my game on mantra technology and my relationship with crystal allies. And it fucking worked. Now that worked for me, and it might work for you or it might not, but the invitation is, well, you know, what do you do? First off, you have to recognize, like, am I just showing up to fucking show up? Or like, am I lit up right now? Am I lit up and then showing up? And you don't have to be cute about it, right? It's just like, I'm in my fucking jammies. So that's the other thing is I am going to show up when I get the inspiration. I'm not going to worry about if my hair is fucking polished or if I have makeup on or if I'm like wearing a cute outfit. No, don't get me wrong. I love fashion. I love hair. My first career was a hairstylist. I don't know if any of you know that, but my first career was a hairstylist for a long, long time. And so I still have a love for all of that. However, I do that when it feels fun. I don't necessarily have to have all of that on board to show up in this front-facing position. So I've kind of redefined like, okay, I'm going to show up when the instinct calls, when the instinct is there, when, you know, I'm having a transmission. It's just like, sometimes I have these transmissions and I don't even fucking know what, like, it's just like, okay, just go show up. Yeah. So anyhow, I'm back, and in a way that's like committed to myself. And some people have schedules on this thing, and maybe I will have a schedule. Maybe every Wednesday I'll have a video popping up. That's to be determined, because I really want to honor this period of like, you know, what's my relationship with technology. Technology isn't going anywhere. So I really want to make sure that I'm showing up in a really high vibe way to interact with technology in a way that feels like, yes, that like we can have this energy exchange that feels mutually beneficial, and not like a push or something weird and like sinister and like whatever. So anyways, where's she at? She's back. Where's she at? She's back. Cheers. Cheers, bitches. Yeah, dudes. Thank you. And so much love to you. And Sutton, fuck yeah.